Today, I want to talk about EEAT or EAT and how it might be affecting your service business. If you've been using AI to pump out a lot of blog article content, this is going to be important for you. Google has made some big changes over the last couple of years, and a lot of businesses have seen a massive decline in traffic because of it. So now I'm going to talk about what EAT is and why Google introduced it, and exactly what you need to do to be favored by Google and not be punished by any future algorithm updates. So EEAT stands for Experience, Expertise, Authoritativeness, and Trustworthiness. It's essentially a framework that Google uses to evaluate whether they should show your content to a reader. So why did Google even introduce this framework? A few years ago, the internet got absolutely flooded with AI content, with tools like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, as well as many others becoming readily available and cheap for everyone to use. Essentially what it led to was just an overwhelming amount of slop on the internet, and Google didn't know what to do with all of this content that was essentially useless. So Google responded with a core algorithm update, and it wiped out the great majority of people abusing this AI content. Some sites even losing 60, 70, or 80% of their traffic overnight. At the end of the day, Google wants to provide the person reading with the absolute best answer possible with the highest likelihood of answering their question or query. So how can you even better the EAT on your website? I'm just going to go through a list now of 9 actionable steps that you can take to improve the content and likelihood of Google favoring your site. If you are writing content with AI, and I actually recommend doing this, you're going to want to make sure that it doesn't appear to sound or look AI written. One way you can do this is with a tool such as this, Write Sonic. It'll prompt you with your topic, your keywords, and everything needed for the article. And then at the end, it'll ask you whether you want to humanize the article. And we found this works quite well. But my personal workflow is just gathering all of this information, including your references, keywords, tone, direction, all this sort of stuff, and creating a brief inside of Claude. From there, I will tell it to humanize the article so it appears to be less than 20% AI written. I will then also tell it to make sure it's not using too much slang or over-the-top language trying to sound like a human. And this generally works really well. From there, what I normally do is I come over to an AI detection tool. I use Quillbot, and what you do is you can check your content through here and it will give you an AI score. So what I've done is just ask ChatGPT, write me a blog article on hot water systems. So I'll just copy this directly. This article here has no other prompting, so it's just most likely going to be AI sounding. And we can detect it. Yep, as expected, it's come back 95% AI, so essentially this entire thing. And if you ever get a score that's say over 20 or 30%, what you can do is just download this report for hot water system. And then what I like to do is go over to Claude, throw it in and say, this is the report on AI detection from Quillbot. Humanize this so that it returns less than 20% AI written, something like that. This is return the article. I'll just copy that and run it through Quillbot one more time and see what it comes back with. 0% AI detection. So that's worked extremely well. Inside this tool, they actually have a humanizer where you could essentially just put your content and it would humanize it. I don't like using this system because it tends to change a lot of the wording and meaning of what you're trying to get out of certain sections. So I would just do it the way that I just showed you within Claude. The second way to improve your EAT is to update your about page. You can do something like this. I've just pulled up a random electrician in Melbourne, Briggs, and they have a meet the team. They've got a photo of the entire team here, a bit of information, 15 years in business, and then they have a little bio about every one of the team members. This just shows that you are a real business and you have real people, and Google is going to favor this. The third way is to set what is known as an author bio box. And this is something that you can set up to feature on all of your blog articles. So I've set one up for this client here, and this is what it looks like at the bottom of the blog. It's essentially just the author, and then it goes into a little bit of information about him and the business and his qualifications, etc. I would recommend setting up one of these for every single one of your team members, and then every time you publish a new resource or blog article, you can select a different author, and that way you have a bunch of different people from inside of your business talking about common problems that you're trying to solve. The fourth is displaying your Google reviews on your website. So essentially, you can get Google reviews through your Google business profile, and people will usually leave these if you ask them after you've completed a job. But there are a number of plugins within WordPress that you can download, and it's essentially a snippet, and you can put it on your site and feature these reviews again. Number 5 is to prominently display your USPs or unique selling points across your website. This can be done on the homepage, it can be done on your blog articles, service pages, anywhere that makes sense. But it is good to show off why someone should choose you. As you can see on the homepage here, we have featured 100 plus 5-star Google reviews and over a decade in the industry. Number 6 is making sure that you are acquiring backlinks. You want to be doing this on a frequent basis. I tend to build at least 1 or 2 backlinks per client per month. And essentially what you want to do is acquire links from super high authoritative sites within your industry. And with them linking out to your site, Google's going to be like, hey, these guys trust this business over here, so we're going to pass on a little bit of trust as well, and this obviously helps with all of your rankings and traffic and conversions and things like that. Number 7 is external links. So instead of backlinks coming to your site, these are links that you are offering to other sites. You want to be making sure that you're linking out again to high authority relevant sites. So if you're an electrician and you're writing an article on whatever topic, you could then link out to industry bodies like masterelectricians.com, and that's going to provide an element of trust and legitimacy to the content that you're writing and putting out for your audience. Number 8 is social media. You want to make sure that you have all of your accounts set up correctly. They feature your name, address, phone number, and they're accurate across all of these channels. Social media also helps building EEAT and sort of acts as an offsite trust signal or entity that Google can reference when looking to display someone in search results. It has also been studied that having a well-maintained social media may actually help you feature in LLMs such as ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, Gemini, etc. And lastly is YouTube. This isn't obviously going to be the easiest for everyone to do, but if you have the time or budget or skills to do so, creating how-to videos, explainer videos, anything like that then you can feature on your website, you can feature in your blog articles, you can feature on social media, is just going to provide another element of trust back to your site. And because YouTube is owned by Google, certain videos may even appear in the actual search results, giving you another chance to be found by a potential customer. So EAT isn't the be all and end all. Usually if you're following solid SEO fundamentals, you won't have anything to worry about. EAT can be looked at as something like the cherry on top, something to assist with your overall strategy, and something that is going to future-proof you for any algorithm updates in the future that Google might throw at you. So there you have it. That is EAT. If you found this video useful, please give it a like and also subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on any other future content. Cheers.